Hey fans of the Father and Son Retro Duo, this is just me because Michael is out of town right now. He's actually at home lives up in Chicago. This is a little segment I'm going to do, Dad's Top 5s. Michael will be doing like a Mikey's handheld corner type thing. He's going to be doing some, he's already made a video. He can't for some reason upload it up at home. I have the software here. I can get it uploaded for him, no problem. Get it edited and whatnot. Edited. We really don't edit our videos. But so without further ado, we're going to start this. It's probably going to be like a once a month type segment. We'll see, maybe more. But we're going to start off with let's top 5 PS2 games that I own. If you don't know what a PlayStation 2 is, number one, you probably shouldn't be video gaming. But the PlayStation 2 is probably one of the number one systems ever made. It was the number one top selling. Great system. I like my big fat chunky one because it reminds me of me, big fat and chunky. I'm not that big anymore. I'm actually starting to lose weight. But this is a great system, had some great games. Now the reason why I'm doing the ones that I own, because that way I can actually show you what the box art looks like and stuff. And the reason why I haven't been really collecting too many of them is because they have mass marketed so many PlayStation 2 games. I've just been trying to collect stuff that's a little harder to find. But, so there's going to be a lot of common ones and stuff that you're going to see. These are ones that I like, that I love. My opinion only. If you want, you can put your own top 5 below of what PS2 games you like. But as most, I always try to make sure we comment back. We usually don't get a whole lot of comments, but no big deal. We're still starting out. So let's start off with number 5. My number 5 game, as you can see, we are big hockey fans, is NHL Hitz. I'm getting a glare. NHL Hitz 2002 is the one that I own. It's even complete. This was a great game because, one, you can customize so much stuff. It reminded me of, like, if you've ever played like the old Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo, the old NBA Jams, or if you go newer, like with the NFL Blitz and stuff. It's just a hockey version of it. Big hits. It's just 3-on-3 hockey. Really great game. I honestly, if you even kind of like hockey, or if you like hockey just for the fights, which a lot of people do, like hockey for hockey, it's a great sport. But I recommend this game. Great. I mean, you get into fights constantly. The hits are huge. You catch on fire and all that other stuff. But yeah, Midway did a great idea when it came out with these. I wish they did more. There's only like 3 of them. This was the first one. They did this one, 2003, and Legends or something like that. I don't remember what it was. Pro Hits, I think. But this one was the one that I have is one of my favorites. This game is just awesome. Play as your teams, or you can create your own team and put your friends on there and whatnot. Just amazing game. So that's number 5 that I own, that I like. So give it a try, and it's cheap. I paid $4 for it. If you can find it. This was actually a bitch because I've been looking for it for a while and I actually finally found it. So, recommend NHL Hitz 2002, the one with Scott Stevens on the front of it. Now, number 4, and the reason probably why, because I've talked about it before and talked about how great this game is and one of my favorites. The reason why it's number 4 is because it felt incomplete. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. It's from the Forgotten Realms, which is through Dungeons and Dragons, if anybody's ever played stuff like that. This game was awesome. The playthrough, it played pretty quick. I remember me and my cousin played through it when it first came out. And I should have been more prepared for this crap. 2001. I remember getting it and going, okay, this looks pretty sweet. It was back in the old Diablo 2 days. Kind of had that feel with the kind of weird integrated look, whatever the hell it's called, kind of that oddball side, but you can move the camera around. It's more of a, not quite top view, but just a little under. You have to worry about your weapons, your armor, and everything else, and you're going through hacking and slashing, but you also have to pay attention to stuff like you level up progressively. And the problem was there's a huge cliffhanger at the end. Oh, you played basically, I can't say 3 levels, but more or less it kind of felt like that, like 3 worlds type thing, 3 acts maybe. The easiest way to put it if you go with Diablo 2 terms. It's kind of like 3 acts. I remember like going, okay, it kind of like it's going to start up a new level and then credits. Like, to be continued. And if you ever played Darklands 2, which I do not own, it doesn't really go on to the next. Yeah, I remember when this came out, they're like, oh yeah, you'll be able to transfer your characters from this into the next one. You never were. It was a real big letdown. But the gameplay and the multiplayer gameplay was awesome. I love the game. I love the storyline. I really wish it could have like been more of a finished game, but it really didn't feel like it was finished. It sucks because this is one, if you ever watched any of our other videos, not complete. Big old Blockbuster sticker. It's in a Blockbuster case. It doesn't have the manual, but I bought it because I couldn't find it anywhere. This is another one of those games that was just a really pain in the butt to find, at least in my area. Other places might have 100 of them, but that's the reason why it didn't get any higher than 4. The replay on it, I've played the shit out of this game constantly, and just just going through and basically trying to find any hidden things or whatever, and just level up my guys, and just I still love it, and I still play it. I just kind of felt like I put it down a little bit, but I love the game, and I would continue to keep playing it probably, and I probably will. Number 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Oh, what can I say about this? Graphics were amazing for its time. Storyline was awesome. Felt like a mafia type, more of a mafia than a gangster type thing. You had to worry about, you had to go through, you buy clubs and houses, and you pretty much drive every car in here. It's Grand Theft Auto. But Vice City, biggest number 1 reason is because I'm a product of the 80s, technically the 70s, but I remember the 80s more, is because that's just it. It's my generation made in a newer generation. The soundtrack, I remember every song on here. I can sit there and just drive around listening to the music, go around, beat up a couple whores, why not? I don't recommend that, just because it's bad PR. But awesome game. If you play it like it's supposed to be played, is phenomenal. And this is probably one of still to this day one of my favorite games to play. I even have it on my iPhone. I play it on my iPhone. I play it, PS2. It's just a great game. Like I said, just for the soundtrack alone. If you're an 80s kid, if you like 80s music, it's fun to cruise around. I've even sat there and cruised around, listen to their talk radio, just listen to the shit they talk about. It's hilarious. So, recommend it. That was number 3. I've heard that before, but this is 3. Number 2. See, I remember that time. Number 2. Ratchet and Clank. I loved this game. I remember I was working at Circuit City. I was like, they called them the Game Masters, and basically because I knew way too much probably that 27-year-olds should know about video games, but because back then it was like video games aren't cool and you're a dork if you liked them and all this other horseshit. Don't care. I still like them and love them just as much as I always did. So, but this game here picked up because one of the other managers was like, oh dude, you gotta try it, it's awesome. It was Insomniacs made it, and the graphics phenomenal, especially for PS2 times. This was good. This amazing. The graphics, if you pay attention to the background, so smooth and so nice. The gameplay along with it went perfectly. Great game. I recommend this just for the fact that all the different weapons you have, all the different levels are different. Even if you're on the same world and the different objectives you have to do, this game just never got boring. I still play this like it was when it first came out. I play the shit out of this game. I love this game. Big time recommendation. Love it. Now on to number one. Number 1. I put a lot of time into this game. and I've probably mentioned it many times before. Final Fantasy X. Probably not the best of the series, but for PS2, especially the games that I own, and honestly, out of all the games, I would still pick this. This one here, I put so many hours in, and I could almost say it probably caused my divorce. I played it so much, I could get all stickers off of it, but it is Final Fantasy X. It doesn't show it, but it is. There, Final Fantasy X. I love it. The storyline was great. I hate Blitzball. Still to this day, I cannot stand Blitzball. Horrible. Probably because I suck at it. But the battle system was awesome. It kind of kept to the old feel. Storyline, awesome. Kind of a love story / kind of girly love story, but still great. The cutscenes were like, especially for its time, were amazing. Amazing. There, I can see my mouth say it actually. This was, God, just, the story kept me going and going and going and going and going. And I loved it. I even had a strategy guide for it. I still have the same strategy guide I had back, when I first bought the game. I think I've even traded this game off probably about 5 times. I finally said, screw it, I'm buying it, I'm keeping it. But I still have my same strategy guide. So I never did get rid of it. I don't know why. I'm glad I didn't. And it's still fun to read through, but this game, like I said, was just awesome and graphically amazing. Everything ran smooth. There's nothing I can't really say bad about this game other than Blitzball, and it's probably because I suck at it. And you learn to hate the bad guys. I remember, if you played this, who Seymour is. I hated that fucker the first time I saw him. I was like, I don't like him. He's hitting on your woman, trying to get her, and it's just like, no. But so that is my top 5. I wanted to kind of make it quick. I still talk too much. I talk a lot. I love talking. So that is my top 5 of the PlayStation 2 games. So if you liked it, like it below, comment, do whatever you're supposed to do. You can check us out on Facebook, which is Father and Son the Retro Duo. Just look it up, search us. I'll try to put a link in there. Check us out. We're also on Twitter. I think it's Dad and Mike or John and Mike, Dad and Son, I think is what it is. Retro Duo. I'm not big on Twitter because there's just so many people like, follow me, I'll follow you, and then nobody really sees your shit. But you can check us out on there too. I still throw our stuff up there. Maybe people retweet us, maybe not, whatever. So I don't really care about Twitter. But check us out on Facebook. Subscribe to us if this is the first time you've seen us. Like our video, comment, and let us know how we're doing. So, thank you for watching, and keep gaming. Almost made it.